Up next, the Clippers take it out. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Porter. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the power forward position. And for Los Angeles, we've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. Now here's Zubats. Following the miss by Michael Porter. Leonard kicks to Zubats. In the corner, George with it. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard finds Zubats. Clock at 6. Leonard looking around. Over Porter. Leonard no luck.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Jackson dishes to Batum. Back to Jackson. And stolen by Murray. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Jamal Murray's hands on defense right there, being disruptive and staying active.
Stolen by Gordon. One-on-one fast break. Back to Murray. Pass to Porter. And here's Jokic. Zubats defending. And the rejection by Zubats. And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
George finds Zubats. Jokic grabs the miss.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first win. And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Denver with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Murray the pass to Porter. Murray kicks to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Right at the free throw line. Murray, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Jokic passes to Porter. Jokic inside. Working on. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So both teams changing it up here. Passes it to Oturu. It's stolen by Green. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Rondo scanning the floor. Pass to Oturu. Millsap with the steal. Gordon against Kennard. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Denver shooting their first free throw of the game here. Free throw good. Gordon.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
There's the dish to Millsap. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Rondo drives in. Oturu shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's perfect from the line this time. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. And there's the pass to Dozier. But they get it back. Second shot opportunity with 1 on the clock. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's man in at the shooting guard. Here's Leonard, following the basket by Paul Millsap. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
Think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
George is checked in for the Clippers. And a switcher also for Denver. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Green. Got a piece of it. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy into.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
George, no good. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Porter finds Barton. It's hauled in by Paul George.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Morris with the bucket.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to McGee. Back to Murray. Stolen by Zubats. George with no one around. Off target from outside.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Martin passes to Jokic. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's the three. The shot's good on the assist by George. Morris has got 5 now.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
And the shot is good. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
George against Barton. In the corner, it's Morris. Back to George. Passes it to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Zubats. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Kennard. Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon comes in for Porter. The Nuggets leading by 8. Murray outside. And Jokic throws it down.
Now, sometimes there's passes and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
Jackson looking around. Pass to Zubats. On the wing, George. Martin defending. George passes to Zubats. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete. Gordon is an effective option on fast breaks.
Up top, Leonard, defended by Gordon. The Clippers again turning it over. The Nuggets making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Murray outside. Now the pass to Jokic. Unloads. And he can't bank that one in. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside, George.
Jokic showing off the defensive work there. Outstanding at staying in the face of his man.
And so it's Denver up by
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They are leading by 12. And that should do.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Clippers trail by 12. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Porter. Outside for Batum. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Zubats.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. On the wing, Porter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Porter's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
To the paint, Jokic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. And that one goes long. And Los Angeles guys shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
The Clippers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Jokic, stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And finished off by Leonard.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Mann. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mann's got his first points of the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Murray, here we go.
I like that penetration there. Murray getting to the cup with great quickness.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. And Denver with a change here too. Barton is checked in.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Mann. There's the feed to Patterson. Out to Morris. McGee with the block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles.
Nicholas Batum.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Murray dishes to Barton. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to McGee. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Murray. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
It's not a bad heads-up play there for Murray. Easily going into the contact and earning the whistle.
And the Clippers making a change here. And so Murray nails both of them. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Rondo with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And then George with the jam.
Paul George dunk contest? Maybe a little bit, but I love to see him get up.
Here's Murray. Here's McGee. The second chance effort. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Outside Rondo. Inside. Outside for George. 5 on the clock. There's the lob to the hoop. Oturu's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Rondo passes to Oturu. Outside Rondo. On the wing, George. Can't hit from the elbow. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Barton kicks to Gordon. The shot's good. And now it's an 11-point Denver lead.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Green. Banked in off the glass. Green's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
George against Barton. Looking to get it going. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Nuggets leading by 11. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Jokic. Makes it off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. Back to Zubac. Jackson finds Zubac. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Green up on top. Back to Barton. Pass to Green. 6 to shoot. Porter with it. Leonard picks him up. And that one is good. Porter's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Yeah, I'd be aware of Paul George, especially when he's that close. How about that throwdown?
The Nuggets leading by 11. Stolen by George. To the middle. Nuggets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. To the paint. Green passes to Jokic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Morris right side. Kennard finds Morris. Leonard on the wing. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. And it's Gordon missing. Clippers trail by 13. Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Outside Gordon. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Free throw good, Gordon. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. In the corner, Kennard with it. The pass to Oturu. Back to Kennard. Gordon against Leonard. In the corner, it's Morris. Down low. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Denver leading by 14. 1:16 left in the game. Here's Murray up on top. He's covered by Rondo. From past the arc. And it's Murray, that time on the assist from Green. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nuggets.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Aaron Gordon.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Denver now. 29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And Bull wide open. He shoots, and it's off from three-point range. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. And it goes down 2 points.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Pass to Dozier. Now Bull. Campazzo, and Rondo sends it back.
An average shot blocker. The key for Rondo.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to The city of Denver is in full motion. Now it's ended out.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for Denver, they've got Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Porzingis, it's good on the putback.
Well, tracking down rebounds with ease. Kristaps Porzingis, outstanding mobility.
For 3, Murray. Porzingis with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Doncic kicks to Kleba. Eldors, it should be an interesting matchup in the low post. How do you see the battle of the bigs playing out in this one tonight?
Boy, what a classic low post, strength-on-strength contest we are in for tonight. Now, that's more the exception than the norm these days. But I'll tell you what, you give me some skilled big men on the box doing work, I'm all about that.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Doncic against Murray. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. Porzingis on the follow.
Boy, that's the elastic reach of Porzingis. Corrals that one and makes certain it drops home.
Murray, the pass to Barton. And he lays it straight in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Richardson after the basket by Will Barton. And here's Richardson. Barton with the rebound. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Cauley-Stein finds Doncic. And stolen by Barton. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. Count that bucket. Porzingis has got 6.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Now here's Murray. At the top of the key, Gordon. Porter in the corner. Cauley-Stein against Gordon. And he makes that one.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Passes it to Finney Smith. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The Nuggets trail by 3. There's the pass to Murray. Gordon against Cauley-Stein. The drive by Jokic. The 10-footer. The putback. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Mavericks leading by 3. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Lob pass to Gordon. The alley-oop finish is off the mark.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's Cauley-Stein. Good defense by Jokic. Porzingis with the steal. Cauley-Stein passes to Finney Smith. He kicks to Doncic. And it's blocked by Gordon.
How about the timing of Aaron Gordon? This guy has got the ability to rise up and send it back.
season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Brunson the pass to Powell. Launches it. Rebound by the Nuggets. Pass to Millsap. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. Up the floor. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time? And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Maxi Kleber, and it's Powell in at the center position. Brunson scanning the floor, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's McGee. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. McGee's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Now Brunson fires for 3. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
You want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Here's Brunson to the inside. Here's Powell. Back to Brunson to the wing right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kleber. Powell trying to free himself up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Redick dishes to Powell. Dallas moving it around. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And Porzingis subbed in for Maxi Kleber. Barton finds Millsap. Can't get it to fall. Mavericks trail by 7. Here's Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And it's 8 points for Porzingis. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Brunson kicks to Hardaway. Goes back up, outside for Redick. Pass to Porzingis. Inside, and Marjanovic with the slam.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
Martin with it. Now the dish to Murray. Back to Barton. Right side, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Murray against Brunson. Passes to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Basket counts.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Brunson. And here's Porzingis. And stolen by Barton. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period. And that'll do it.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. And there's Gordon. And it's Dozier in at the two-guard spot. That's the group from Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Here's Doncic. Good work there as it goes.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The Mavericks shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Outside Millsap. Murray outside. He's off on that one. Nice D from Doncic. Down low. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Just another way Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Murray against Doncic. And Murray, here we go. Jokic with the bucket.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Doncic outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Mavericks shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
Murray against Doncic. Millsap has the open look. No good on that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Doncic feeling it out. Green against Cauley-Stein. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Cauley-Stein. And that one drops.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Murray against Doncic. Pass to Gordon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Bol, he's checked in for Denver. Will Barton comes in for Murray. The feed to Powell. Jokic with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Bol. And it's good. 2 points. Bol's got his first basket.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bol. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Now Doncic. 7 points in the game. And Doncic throws it down.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Pass to Bol. Over Kleba. He's good with the little jumper in close. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Up top, Doncic. He's got 9. Chalk up 2 there. Doncic has got 11 in the second half.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Passes it to Jokic. He dishes it to Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. That's tipped. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Barton. Doncic left side. And it's blocked by Gordon. And he gets it back. Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. Kicks it out to Richardson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Denver making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleba. And it's Burke in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The pass to Gordon. To the middle. It's stolen by Marjanovic. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Porzingis passes to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Pass to Gordon. The kick out to Porter. A rebound by Marjanovic. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Here's Doncic. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
3 quarters of play in a close game. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the 3. Porzingis can't hit.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
Here's Porter. Another shot. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Redick passes to Porzingis. In the corner, Hardaway with it. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Barton surveying the floor. Here's Murray. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Murray is so skilled at drawing these types of fouls. He loves getting to the charity stripe.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. And Dallas also making a switch. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Brunson finds Porzingis, and it's good for 2.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
The kick out to Porter. Shot clock at 6. And it's McGee slamming it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Out to Hardaway. Brunson against Murray. And Porter comes to help. Over to the left wing. Lets it fly from 18. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Good on the shot. And it's a 5-point Denver lead.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And that's an intentional foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis, and Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Redick. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Porter finds Murray. A 3-pointer off the mark. Mavericks trail by 3. Porter with the steal. McGee inside. Marjanovic on him. Back to Porter. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. And finished off by Porter.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy. Someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
And he's going up for the alley-oop.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Here's Jokic. Kicks to McGee. Back to Jokic. Over Cauley-Stein. Jokic, no good.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. Feeds it to Hardaway. Back to Cauley-Stein. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
And Cauley Stein, so explosive around the rim. Hard to defend without fouling.
Both good from the line that time. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Campazzo runs in covering. The Nuggets moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Campazzo. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Doncic. Defense is right there. He feeds it to Richardson. Yes!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Pass to Jokic. Money!
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Doncic with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltend. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
Here's Jokic. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
And the Clippers starting 5. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. George. Back to Zubac. George finds Zubac. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
How good is it to see the first one go through the net?
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And he lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Stolen by Jackson. Back to Leonard. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Jackson, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Batum against Kleba. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Porzingis, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Jackson against Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Leonard with the steal.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Los Angeles with another miss. Not a fast start for the Mavericks. Trailing by 4. Here's Finney-Smith. Hits it from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's Zubac to top the key. Back to Jackson. On the wing, Batum. George against Richardson. George missing again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
That gives them the lead.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. Right side, Porzingis. Clock at 6. And Cauley-Stein with the basket on the assist by Porzingis.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Rondo looking over the floor. The dish to George. Back to Rondo. He kicks it to George. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And they double up Doncic. Cauley-Stein passes to Finney-Smith.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Left side, George. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Mavericks lead by 1. And the second quarter will get underway just...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Luke Kennard. Also, Rajon Rondo out there. And it's Morris in at the four-man position. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. Here's Brunson. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Rondo on top. Brunson covering. Shots good by Kennard.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Rondo against Brunson. Here's Redick, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Outside Rondo. Morris outside. Takes a three. Rebounded by Hardaway.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Redick kicks to Hardaway. And the pass to Pop. Outside for Redick. Another three for Dallas.
There are some shooters that you can't lose sight of. Redick doesn't miss those.
Now Rondo. No points in the game yet for him. Stolen by Brunson. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. And it's Porzingis in for Maxi Kleber. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. On the wing, Hardaway. Off target with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Here's Marjanovic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And here's Jackson. And Leonard has it in the corner. Pass to Oturu. And he's fouled pretty hard up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Brunson has it in the corner. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And it's Leonard with the jam.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, and locates the open man.
Brunson against Jackson. Marjanovic kicks to Brunson. Back to Marjanovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Marjanovic has got 6 points.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
On the wing, Morris. Jackson finds Leonard. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Back to Hardaway. To the paint. Here's Bogdanovich.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Here's Porzingis. And that would have counted, but his shot. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that does it for our half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The Mavericks leading. Batum with the steal. Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Bogdanovich checked in for Maxi Kleba. The Clippers also making some changes. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Doncic outside, over to the wing. Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked away. Stolen by George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Rondo passes to Zubac. George with no one around. That doesn't go either for George. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Here's Porzingis. Count that one.
Showing.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Dallas, no good that time either. The Clippers trail. Here's the break for the lead, and it's Leonard missing. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running. Here's Finney Smith. Pass to Doncic. It's stolen by Rondo. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Doncic finds Marjanovic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Pass to Oturu. Dishes it to George. The pass to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And they're on the break. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And now it's a 3-point Maverick lead. Outside Rondo. Outside Leonard. .149 left to play in the third. To the inside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, disciplined, and that's a beautiful pass.
Down low. Zubac in the post. Guarded by Doncic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Clippers also changing it up. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Powell. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The 3 for Doncic. Dallas again missing. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Oturu. George picks up the loose ball, but he was in the backcourt. He'll give it up. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Redick comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Brunson kicks to Kleber. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. And the dunk by Powell.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Mavericks leading by 5. 30 seconds left in the third. Brunson scanning the floor. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Powell. 2 on the clock, and the layup is good. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Here's Brunson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks ahead, up by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Patrick Patterson. Batuma's out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the shooting guard. Batum passes to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Batum attacking, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Billy Cauley-Stein.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Here's Brunson. That's tipped, and they're able to recover. Clippers trail by 3. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Morris. Now the feed to Patterson. Outside for Batum. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. It's Hardaway with the drive. Pass to Brunson. Patterson bringing the double. Now Powell. Back to Brunson. Drains the three-pointer. Brunson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Jackson passes to Patterson. Outside for Jackson. Shoots over Brunson. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Good defense. Jackson could have passed out of it, but showing confidence in his jumper.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Free throw line jump shot. Jump shot is good that time. Brunson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Back to Jackson. He dishes it to Patterson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Patterson welcomes contact inside. He's looking to get to the line down there.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Doncic, here we go. Porzingis finds Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Outside Rondo. Back to George. From deep. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
And stolen by Patterson. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Dallas calls timeout. They're leading by 1. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Boban Marjanovic.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, we got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Zubac is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Redick passes to Marjanovic. Count!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
George against Redick from 20 feet out. And it's George missing. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Porzingis inside. It counts!
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Porzingis is a dependable late-game scoring option.
Rondo finds George. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Redick with it. Passes it to Finney-Smith.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch. This is why you're trying to get him as many touches.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge. Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And the Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson. And it's George in at the 2. And for Denver, we've got Will Barton, Aaron Gordon out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the point. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Murray dishes to Gordon. Outside for Murray.
No defense going to stop that. I mean, at times, Murray is simply unguardable. Great range and a quick release. Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Now, here's Jokic. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Clippers ball.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Paul Millsap is checked in for Porter. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, I like the athleticism of Murray, just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
Here's Jackson. And Leonard has it in the corner. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now here's Murray. Over Jackson. Millsap. It's hauled in by Paul George. Deflects the pass. Batum scanning the floor. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And Barton throws it down. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. McGee, the pass to Green. And Murray, here we go. And that one is off. Great D that time from Batum. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the dunk by Zubac.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
And it's Green with the jam.
Oh, and look at his man just go flying by him after the shot fake.
And it might be humiliating for the defender, but it feels oh so good on the other side. My goodness.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he was really in a good flow that time. Saw the opening, let the play evolve a bit, and then boom, boom.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. They trail by 1. Inside, McGee. Nice move. And the layup is up and in.
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
Now George. And he gets it to go. George has got 5 points so far.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Leonard brings the double team. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Clock at 6. Here's George. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. That shot missing. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter's out there with Green, and it's Dozier in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Back to Morris. Pass to Oturu. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Rondo passes to Oturu. And he bangs it home with one hand.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
Pass to Green. Kicks to Porter. Now Jokic. It's deflected. Tries again, and Green gets it to go.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Morris against Porter. And Kennard wide open. He shoots, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. Dozier passes to Porter. Here's Green. The Clippers grab the miss.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Dozier. The Nuggets leading by 3. Bobbed up there for Green. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Kennard with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Morris against Jokic. Nuggets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from George.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down. Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic, and it's Aaron Gordon in for Porter. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Gordon. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Nobody near George. From outside, off the mark. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Martin's checked in for the Nuggets. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. Basket good. And now a 7-point Denver lead.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
Murray against George. The pass to Zubac. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Zubac has got 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Barton is athletic and has great vertical, so he's terrific at throwing it down when he gets close to the basket.
Murray against George. To the middle. Here's Zubac. McGee with the block. And he's able to get it back. To the paint. Here's George. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates. How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Get there.
Gets it off. And that one released in time, but no good. And thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slip. And that should...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Paul George really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. Jokic with the bucket. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Inside. Here's Jokic. Stolen by George. And now the Clippers on the break. And they go to the intentional foul. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And George kicks to Patterson. Back to George. All alone. Again, the Clippers.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
Pass to Jokic. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Nuggets shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Jokic is really a jack-of-all-trades kind of player. This big fella has multiple skills, and there's not much he doesn't do well.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And Porter, here we go. 4 seconds left, 4 on the clock. It's hauled in by George. Clippers trail by 8. And now they decide to foul intentionally. A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jermichael Green, and it's Will Barton in for Aaron Gordon. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Right wing. Here's Porter. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets it go with the 3. No good there. And it's Denver the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Jokic. And he gets the whistle. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Free throw good. Porter.
And, you know, when Porter Jr. is healthy, I mean, he's got a lot of game. This guy is versatile. He's got good size. He's a multi-dimensional talent.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Patterson. Reggie Jackson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Paul George. Pass to Oturu. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
A beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Murray against Rondo. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Passes it to Oturu. Millsap's against Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Porter with the steal. Murray left side. Denver passing it around. It's stolen by Morris. Rondo with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Rondo passes to Oturu. Outside for Rondo. Fires from deep. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Rajon Rondo. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
44 seconds left to play in the third. Murray kicks to Millsap. Murray the pass to Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
George against Murray. Outside Leonard. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. The pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And this is Gordon's sweet spot. An awesome dunker who loves getting in tight and wrecking the rim.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Murray out there with Will Barton. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's JaMychal Green. And it's Gordon in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Denver leading by 14. Now here's Murray. Excellent D there from George. Batum finds Jackson. He gets that one. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Murray the pass to Jokic. Batum grabs the miss.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
George fires, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
For the finish, and George with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
George against Millsap. And then George with the jam.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that one.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Shot clock at 6. Here's George. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Zubac.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Stolen by Zubac. 3 on 3. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And, boy, when you see someone hurting like this,
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And another miss by Denver. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Porter with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Jokic is running. And it's Gordon missing. On offense, here are the Clippers. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Leonard, no luck.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And so they foul intentionally. And the Nuggets making a change here. Rozier's checked in. Outside, Batum. Pass to Zubac. Here's the dish to Leonard. Back to Zubac. Just 4 to shoot. Puts it up from 15. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Porter finds Gordon. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. To the inside, Jackson got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
That one goes in.
Fantastic execution in a tight spot. Gordon capitalizing in the big moment for his team.
Jackson looking it over. Down low. Outside for George. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Jokic passes to Dozier. To the paint, here's Porter. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Dozier kicks to Porter. Shot from the wing. That shot, no good. So the Nuggets win it. They didn't make it easy. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome. But it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Porter is out there with Jamal Murray. And there's Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Bull in at the 4. And for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at small forward. In the corner, Murray with it. Bull kicks to Porter. For the 3. Bull can't hit. Richardson with it. Passes to Porzingis. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That three off the mark. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Murray, the pass to Gordon. There's Porter with the three. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Porter. Here's Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. The tray. Dallas, no good that time either. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And a wide open look for Porter. The Nuggets with another miss. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Richardson attacking. Out to Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Gordon, the pass to Bull. Now Porter. Pass to Bull. To the inside. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And it's Doncic missing.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Nice D from Doncic.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups. There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Murray outside. Second chance shot. Jokic trying to free himself up.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
Richardson, no luck. Porter kicks to Bull. Jumps up, and the dunk by Bull.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here's Marjanovic. Inside. Porzingis finds Marjanovic. 6 to shoot. Outside, Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
That is one athletic young player. Murray making those dunks look easy.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. To the middle. And the dunk by Powell.
And in terms of size, not your typical center. But, man, he plays as big as any of them, thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Campazzo, headed by Porzingis. Here's Murray. Millsap trying to get open. And there's Murray on the assist by Gordon.
Well, there's a little bit of Murray's handle on display. The D looked totally confused as to what to do there.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway. Not going to go that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. Murray with the bounce pass. Powell with the steal. To the wing right side. Out to the right wing. Here's Porzingis. He feeds it to Powell. Out to Porzingis. 3 on the clock. And it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, Please try someone else.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
To the inside, Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
Murray against Redick. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
1 second left, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nuggets lead by 2. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot. Brunson, the second chance points on the tip in. Brunson's got his first bucket in this one.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Out to the wing for 3, Murray. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. The Mavericks trail it. Brunson with it, now guarded by Murray. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
And they've had 2 completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they've shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Brunson finds Cauley-Stein. Count it. Cauley-Stein's got the lead up to 3 now for the Mavs.
Cauley-Stein aggressive inside, putting the defense on their heels and in a tough spot, staying engaged.
Murray against Redick. Shot from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Dallas.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Hardaway with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. Clock at 6. The Nuggets trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That one good for 2. McGee's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Brunson. He has 5. And Redick kicks to Powell. Back to Redick from past the arc. The shot comes out. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Hardaway with the steal. Pass break, Dallas. And there's the pass to Redick. Dallas moving it around. Brunson with it. McGee's there. That one goes. Count it. Brunson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Murray up on top, covered by Reddick. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Big group substitution here for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Jokic comes in for Paul Millsap. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And Barton subbed in for Jamal Murray. Mavericks leading by 3. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Launches it. Jokic grabs the miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Barton. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic. Here's Finney Smith. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams. And
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So on the floor for Denver, Aaron Gordon out there at Bol. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Porter in at the 2 guard. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Jokic.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And stolen by Murray. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. It's his first trip to the line. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And Michael Porter Jr. being drafted was a bit of a high risk, high reward due to the fact that physically he needed to come a long way to be consistent in the NBA. We may be seeing signs that it's going to pay off with huge dividends.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Richardson kicks to Marjanovic. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Marjanovic has got his second basket. Nuggets shooting about 42% so far. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Murray, no good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 1. Down low, Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Porzingis against Jokic. Back to Barton. Pass to Jokic. From deep. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Outside, Porzingis. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Three-pointer. And Finney Smith gets it to go. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got 6 points.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And it's Jokic missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Doncic looking it over. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Powell comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. On the wing, Gordon. .149 left in the third. With the shot. And he converts the layup.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Now, here's Doncic, guarded closely, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Denver also making some changes. Dozier's checked in, and it's Will Barton in for Michael Porter. Here's Millsap.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
Dallas leading by 4. Feeds to Cauley-Stein. Back to Brunson. He kicks to Hardaway. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound.
I don't think this is a conditioning issue, but they look like they've lost their legs here in the second half.
Campazzo. Brunson covering. Barton outside. Shoots over Redick. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on J.J. Redick.
Get a feeling like that play was designed for Will Barton to get contact and get himself to the free throw line.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Porzingis comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. Brunson kicks to Porzingis. Brunson against Barton. Back to Brunson. 5 on the clock. Inside. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here's Porzingis. And here are the Mavericks now. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. Here's Richardson. Lays it up and banks it in. Richardson's got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas.
Nice job by Richardson getting to the inside. High percentage play to the basket.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before. And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. Jokic is checked in for Denver. Murray the pass to Jokic. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Richardson outside. Passes it to Marjanovic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Nuggets trail by 9. Murray dishes to Porter. Good work defensively by Richardson.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to Doncic. Over Murray. That one a little long. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Shoots the 3. Tips it up, and Green is right there. Green's got his first basket.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Doncic with it. Now defended by Jokic. It's good.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
The drive by Jokic. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Jokic and body control. Man, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Doncic outside. Marjanovic kicks to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Murray for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. And here is Marjanovic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Beyond the arc. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bol, he's checked in for Denver. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. 9-point game. The kick out to Porter. 1:51 left in the 4th quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Porzingis.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
Mavericks leading by 7. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. There's 1:40 left to play in the final quarter. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Back to Marjanovic. Richardson gets a wide open look. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Gordon. Got a hand on it. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. So it's Richardson with the jam.
I like to see Richardson up there and finishing strong.
Murray against Porzingis. Porzingis with the block. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Richardson outside. Over Gordon. And Dallas again with the bucket.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Mavericks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
Now the pass to Marjanovic. From beyond the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
He drops the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Remember, Josh Richardson, a second-round pick. He has come a long way in this league in a short time. A great athlete who shoots it well and enjoys playing the D.
Kleba with the rebound.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Pass to Burke. Here's the three. Dallas again missing. Finished off the break.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. There's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the Inn. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Richardson. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Batum. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the point guard. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles, and the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. George with no one around. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. And George, here we go. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Zubac. Takes it out to Leonard. And stolen by Richardson. Outside, Porzingis. To the paint. Here's Doncic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Now, here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Doncic. Stolen by George. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. And the pass to Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Josh Richardson with an athletic play at the rim. It's all about making sure you get a quality look. And that's one.
George passes to Leonard. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Richardson attacking. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Josh Richardson being aggressive. This is what his teammates want, and they can feed off that emotion and intensity.
And that one's good, Leonard.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Here's Finney-Smith. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
George. Richardson against Leonard. Pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Doncic with the steal. Richardson attacking. That one, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Patterson with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Batum passes to George. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the shot goes in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
George passes to Zubac. No good. Shot missing. Dallas leading by 6. It's Richardson on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Finney Smith. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Now here is Hardaway. They get it back. Richardson kicks to Powell. Three-pointer on the way. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this game. And the first one drops.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. Mavericks leading by 8. Outside, Redick. Outside, Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Kicks it to Redick. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. He feeds it to Powell. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Dwight Powell is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Redick in at the shooting guard position. Brunson the pass to Powell. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Zubac the pass to Kennard. Here's the teardrop. He can't hit that time. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Brunson the pass to Redick. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Rondo against Brunson. Outside for Rondo. Lets it go from deep. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
So both teams making some changes here. To the left wing. Ball's knocked loose. Out to Doncic. Batum with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. The feed to Leonard. Good work defensively by Richardson.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
It's hauled in by Richardson. Dallas leading by 6. Doncic left side. Trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Marjanovic has got 6. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And George, here we go. Here's Oturu. Doncic against George.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
It's hauled in by the Clippers. One-on-one here. And now we've got the intentional foul. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Los Angeles. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic looking it over. In the corner, it's Richardson. Dallas moving the ball around. Out to Hardaway. Trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard with no one around. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They've led by as much as 10. Hardaway against Leonard. Hardaway passes to Marjanovic.
Yeah, easy call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. And then for Dallas, Powell comes in for Porzingis. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Doncic against George. That one falls. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Marjanovic passes to Redick. Out to Doncic. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Hardaway has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
And that's it for the first half of action. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have. Right out of the gates, it was Dallas setting the tone. And the Mavericks over the past couple of years. And
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 2 guard. Here's George, again, Los Angeles.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Pass to Finney-Smith. To the inside. Marjanovic kicks to Richardson. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Now, here's Marjanovic. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Down low, got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Doncic.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Patterson, he's checked in for Marcus Morris, and it's Batum in for Jackson. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. So many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
The Clippers trail. Morris finds George. That puts them in the lead. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Runs in the pass to Redick. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Runs in the pass to Hardaway. Patterson bringing the double. And stolen by Patterson. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Rajon Rondo is checked in for George. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And it's Leonard missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Rondo bounce pass. Clippers moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Leonard inside, covered by Redick.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And an intentional foul right there. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Los Angeles. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. Redick with the bucket.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
The drive by Rondo, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've led by as much as 10. Makes it off the glass. Brunson's got his first points of the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Morris dishes to Jackson. Morris kicks to Jackson. Redick with the rebound. Dallas leading by 3.
As sort of a hired gun, Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Paul George in for Rajon Rondo. Doncic passes to Richardson. Out to the right wing. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by George. Here's Richardson, so it's Richardson with the jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And George kicks to Batum. Back to George.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. He dishes it to Cauley-Stein. Pass to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
But deep three from George. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks ahead. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the floor for Dallas, you've got Luka Doncic. Dwight Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Stolen by Zubac. The finish. And the dunk by Jackson.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. To the middle. And Doncic throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Pulls it up. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively. And they continue to control the glass.
He kicks it to Doncic. Back to Cauley-Stein. Nifty move. Here's the pass to Powell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Finney-Smith. No good on the three.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Reggie Jackson. The Mavericks also with a sub. Porzingis is checked in. Rondo passes to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Outside for Rondo. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Outside, Porzingis. In the corner, it's Richardson. Pass to Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Here's Cauley-Stein. Back to Richardson. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 7. Rondo finds Leonard. And foul on the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Dallas leading by 5. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Redick is in the corner. Back to Hardaway. On the wing, Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. They get it again. Now Redick. Outside, Porzingis. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. For 3. Dallas again missing. Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Batum wide open. He fires. And the Clippers miss again. Dallas has gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Redick. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
Here's George. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Now Redick. Back to Doncic. The pass to Redick. Kicks it to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Hardaway with a wide open look. And Doncic is right there.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
Good on the first, and that turns the lead to 6.
You know, when you look at the MVP race each year, most of the candidates were drafted in the top 5, but somehow Kawhi lasted to number 15.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Patterson's checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Outside, Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Batum for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Richardson finds Porzingis, hammers the alley-oop through.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish. The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Pass to Richardson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for David Aldridge.